Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Miss May. On my channel I do a variety of lifestyle videos and Trader Joe's Costco haul videos. Today's video is going to be a huge Trader Joe's haul. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you won't miss out in the future. And I do a lot of review videos of the items I purchase, so make sure you check them out as well. So because I actually went to the grocery store this week, like before I went to Trader Joe's, so we actually didn't buy too much like groceries in terms of like vegetables and fruit, but we actually got a lot of frozen items and snacks. So let's dive into this bag. Two of these Trader Joe's pork and ginger soup dumplings. They have the chicken dumplings as well, so if you don't eat pork, I have a lot of friends who don't eat pork, you can get the chicken ones. They taste just as good. As a Chinese myself, I love soup dumplings and I always try to eat like at Din Tai Fung, but there's no Din Tai Fung in San Antonio, at least not yet. And I love soup dumplings. This is really hard to find real soup dumplings with actual soup in the dumplings. These are the closest thing to the real thing. Like, they actually taste just like the real thing. Of course, frozen dumplings, like the wraps, probably not as good as like the super fresh ones, because every time you freeze the like starch, it kind of changes the texture, but these are pretty good enough. So I actually filmed some dedicated video reviewing this. I will link them down below, but really good. Me and my husband both love them a lot, and we've been to a lot of places that sell soup dumplings, and these are definitely very similar to the real one. And we've been to the Din Tai Fung in Beijing, China, so this one you won't regret. The next item is really healthy. This is the Trader Joe's shrimp seafood burger. Ta-da! This is like the third or fourth time I purchased this item. It's really simple. You can grill or bake and pan fry, and I actually just eat them as themselves. I don't actually put them in between the bread, and they're actually really small. These are very small patties. I will show you guys. What I love about them is that it's super high in protein, but very low in fat and very low in cholesterol. So I think, like, if you take a look, this is the nutrition fact. Personally, I don't care about gaining weight. I think people may say like, oh, I look at nutrition facts too much, but personally, I actually don't care about gaining weight. But what I do care is that I want to make sure that I eat enough protein instead of putting a lot of carbs. So this item includes like shrimp pollock, sunflower oil, rice flour, salt and garlic powder, and the spices. The only ingredient that's not the best is sunflower oil, because sunflower oil is not the best oil. I prefer them use like avocado oil or olive oil, but like when it comes to frozen food, you just have very little say about it. So if you don't have the time to cook shrimp like with better oil, then these ones are good enough. And to be quite honest, I don't think they put a lot of oil in there, just because like each patty doesn't have too much fat. So I just think like maybe they put just a little bit oil just to make sure it's not super dry. So if you take a look, I have very small hands. So these are actually really small. So I actually eat 2 per meal, and each patty has 13 grams of protein. So 2 of these are 26 grams of protein. I try to eat more than 50 grams of protein, so I need to eat like 4 of these per day, or like 2 of these plus some eggs plus maybe a little bit of other things, but they are really good. So I highly recommend them. So they're really good as breakfast, lunch and dinner, obviously. So grab one of those first. We've tried so many different acai bowls from the frozen food aisle from different stores. We've got the one that's like from the Brazil. I think that one is actually really good, like the sambazon. That one is actually pretty good, but we also tried the one from like Costco's and Tattoo Chef and stuff. These actually taste like, I think it's one of the best. I wouldn't say this is the best of the best, but this is definitely one of the best. And what I love about this item is everything in the ingredient list pretty much are organic. It's organic acai bowl with strawberries, blueberries, bananas, granola, and dried coconut chips. If you'll take a look, it's actually pretty big bowl compared to a lot of the ones you get from the frozen aisle. This is how big the bowl is. It's almost as big as my face. So just to put this into perspective, the difference between the two items is that, look, this is how much the difference is. So when I say small, they're really small. When I say big, they're actually really big. So this is really good, and it's shareable between me and my husband, and they have a lot of good ingredients in here. And they have 2 grams of added sugar. If you take a look, it does contain like a lot of sugar, but a lot of them are just from the fruit and you can't really do much about it. But like there's only 2 grams of added sugar. So among all of the acai bowls in the market, I do believe that this is one of the healthier ones, and it's one of the cheaper ones. This one was $4. So 2 junk foods, pretty much junk food. These are the fries. So I love the Trader Joe's handsome cut fries, but today I saw they have the seasoned waffle cut fries. I love waffle fries from Chick-fil-A, so I decided to get one of those, and I also love the sweet potato fries. So the sweet potato fries are actually battered. It's battered with cornstarch, I believe, like potato starch and cornstarch, if you can see the ingredient list. So it has a really good texture, and I love sweet potato fries. Well, I prefer the normal fries too, but like sometimes it's good to change up, basically. So I think it's good to buy these fries and air fry them compared to like just going to like a burger place. And today we're going to like a family dinner party, and we're gonna fry them, air fry them, and we're gonna take them. So we'll film a little bit clip as we air fry them. I have to give this item a shout out because I knew these things exist. I think it's like Egg Life from the normal grocery store, but they also have something like this in Trader Joe's, and this is a egg wrap. So what it is instead of like a tortilla wrap that you wrap all of your salad and your meat, like this is made with egg whites and eggs. So, and it is gluten-free, dairy-free, and ready to eat. They're full of protein, very low in carbs, so this is definitely keto-friendly. If you'll take a look, it's made with egg whites, eggs, gluten-free, flour blend. Our oil is olive oil blend. So this is really healthy, and this one I think it's like $4 and something, like under $5, and there are 6 wraps in there. So previously I think I bought it from Costco, something similar, the egg wrap, but Costco kind of has like a bigger package, and I just couldn't eat that many wraps in a week or 2. So I don't like wasting food. So I do love Costco, but like I like smaller package too. So this one is really healthy and doesn't have any weird taste. It's just made with eggs. The only thing is I feel like this is not resealable. We'll take one. These are made with eggs. As you can see, it's very thin. This is what it looks like. It's just so thin, like paper thin. And these are the chicken meatballs that we got from Costco. Okay, here we go. A little bit of veggies. Okay, here we go. Let's do it this way. There we go. If you're worried about like this layer being too thin, in the past I used to do 2 at a time. So 2 wraps and then meatballs and veggies. So now we're having another layer just on top of this layer. Alright, so now it looks a little bit more secure because we have double layer of the wraps. And let's try it. The wraps actually don't have specific taste, but it kind of tastes like a little bit similar to like an egg white omelet, but it's very subtle. So highly recommend. Radishes of all colors. I love this in my salad or just eat them as snacks. Some people hate radishes, but it has like a distinctive spicy taste, kind of like mustard, kind of like wasabi, but like I like them a lot, and this one has like multiple colors, which is also super excited. Okay, so first thing first, since today we're going to a barbecue party, this is the TJ's Organic Kansas City barbecue sauce. There's so many barbecue sauce at TJ's, and to be honest with you, I just don't think they're healthy just because barbecue sauce traditionally has like so much sugar. This one has 9 grams of added sugar, which is a lot, but there were barbecue sauces that has way more than this, and this one, it has tomato puree. At least sugar is not the first ingredients. It also has like organic brown sugar, and I do like the fact that everything here is organic. So even though like this is probably not the best, like because there's so much sugar, but like it's still like everything organic. It doesn't have any weird like bad oil in there either. So I think it's not bad if just eat once in a while or not put too much sauce on the meat. But just to be careful, like I like to eat protein. Like I don't have problem eating red meat myself. I don't have high cholesterol or anything, but my blood sugar is high.
Probably just put the sauce on the side because I don't know if it tastes good or not.
Okay.
It's on the sweeter side for sure.
Is on the sweeter side?
Yeah, it's like super sweet.
Super sweet. But do you like the flavor?
That's
Yeah,
debatable.
it's very sweet.
That's debatable. I don't know if I like the flavor.
Yeah, that's very
But it's
Did you
super
like
sweet
it?
compared to like what I wanted.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
Right, what I would like to eat it with, probably not. But let me try.
Yeah.
So it's sweeter than you prefer.
It's okay with the meat.
It's okay with me.
Like I like it better than Sweet Baby Ray's. That's for sure. I don't know,
TJ's.
Kansas City style Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's organic.
They didn't have Trader Joe's barbecue sauce.
They didn't have Texas style barbecue sauce there.
Okay,
I
you
wouldn't put that
taste
much.
test it.
Yeah, I think it's very sweet.
You're not gonna like it.
Whatever.
Well, try it then.
They only had like 2 options because one of them was like truffle infused.
Did you like it?
It's just too sweet. I think it's fine. That's fine. Like really, I think it's
On
fine.
a scale 1 to 10.
It's just like a tangy barbecue sauce, but I think it tastes totally fine. I would eat it. I'd rather have Rudy's.
Let's try this together. This is the Trader Joe's sour cream and onion flavored rings. It's made with lentils and rice snack. So it kind of looks like regular onion rings, but it's not onion rings. They're actually like lentil chips. I love lentil chips. And this one, the only bad thing about this is that it contains canola oil, which is not the best oil. I wish they use olive oil and it will taste better with olive oil, but they're probably just trying to be a little bit cheap when it comes to the oil. So let's try this out. It smells super onion and sour cream. It smells like the potato chips, sour cream and onion type of flavor. And this is what it looks like. It has this golden color. This is what it looks like. Interesting. It kind of looks like a real onion ring, but it's like lentil snack. Honestly, I think it's very hard to tell this is made with lentil snack. You can tell a little bit from the aftertaste, but it actually tastes like the onion rings, and it doesn't have as much, it's not as greasy as the traditional onion ring snack, which I used to like when I was a kid, but it has been really greasy for me. But this one is not too greasy. They're like 6 grams of fat per serving, and I really like that sour cream onion ring type of flavor, sour cream and onion flavor, and it's just the shape of this just reminds you of that like sour cream onion ring. So I actually really like it. I really recommend this. What do you think?
I like them. Tastes better than Funyuns.
Really? What do you describe the taste and texture?
It's crunchy like a Funyun, but it had better flavor. You can definitely taste the sour cream and onion. I like it. I can eat these.
It can taste like very strong sour cream onion. It's actually a really good flavor.
They're good. I like these. We can buy these again.
Yay! It's on the list.
These are real crunchy.
Yeah, real crunchy.
I like
Really
them.
good texture.
Uh-huh.
But don't overeat it. It's not healthy, but it's probably a little bit better than the greasy onion ring. I previously did a taste test of this in my haul. So this is the Trader Joe's Bamba puffed peanut and corn snacks with hazelnut cream filling. They have the one without the hazelnut cream filling, but I really recommend this one. But it does contain 6 grams of added sugar per serving, so there's a ton of sugar in this. But I just really like that Nutella hazelnut in the inside, so I just grabbed 1 bag. It does contain canola oil, which is not, don't overeat this. It's not good. But like if you have like a sweet tooth and you want to eat Nutella, I guess this one will satisfy. So I got tada, okra chips. Previously we've tried this before. They're actually just like, I feel like it's probably not new to anyone, like the okra chips and stuff. It does contain quite a bit of fat, but what I love about this item is also contains a ton of fiber, which makes this item a little bit better than the potato chips. So what I'm trying to do is just to replace that potato chips that I normally eat, because you know it doesn't contain as much as fiber. So we're trying to replace the big devil with small devil. Corn snack, I love these. It does contain high oleic sunflower oil, but it's so good. I just love the crunchiness of this, so I bought 1 bag. So grab those. Healthy food. The first one is the Trader Joe's crunchy almond butter. This one tastes so good. I am a big fan of almond butter. I prefer almond butter way more than peanut butter, but like this item is just the best almond butter I've seen on the market. Like, I've watched a bunch of videos from the healthcare gurus or health gurus and dietitians and different gurus, and they recommend a ton of different almond butter. But one of the common ingredients in the almond butter is the palm oil. So what it is that like almond butter itself, it's like a little bit more like not as smooth as like some other nut butter. So a lot of the brands, they put palm oil within the almond butter just to make the almond butter more smooth. Palm oil is highly processed. It's not good for you. It's highly inflammatory. And they are also not good for the environment because like you use a lot of trees to just get a little bit of oil. So palm oil, it can help the almond butter to be more blendable, but it's not good for you. So this one is good because the only ingredient is almond. This is so good. Get this one. They have two versions of this. This one is unsalted. They also have a salted version that looks like a little bit different in color. Highly recommend. I love the crunchy ones, but if you prefer the creamy ones, they also have that one too. And this is the best tasting ones. So long story short, I bought a different brand of almond butter from Amazon because it was recommended by this like doctor on YouTube. So I bought it because of the hype, and it does contain palm oil, and I ate it and I felt nauseous after eating it. I think the reason for me feeling a little bit bad is because of the palm oil, because it's not good for you. And then like some people, like if you're really sensitive to bad oils and fat, then like it will irritate you. So palm oil kind of irritates me big time. Just get this one. Long story short, get this one. Get the one without the weird palm oil or anything. Just get, if you're getting almond butter, you should just eat almond butter, right? And today we're gonna try this item. I saw a new item at Trader Joe's, and this is actually the nut butter, the mixed nut butter. It has dry roasted salted almonds, cashews, walnuts, Brazil nuts, and hazelnuts and pecans. So it's a mixing of different nuts. I think it will be like more balanced in terms of the nutrients in there. And it does contain all of these nuts and sea salt. This one is actually salted. We're back with a spoon. Oh, oops. I spilled some. I feel like this one is more, I don't know, greasy. I feel like this one has more like oil. So let's try this out. Whoa, this is very like melty looking. It feels like very creamy. This is what it looks like. It has more oil in there, I think, compared to the almond butter. So we're just gonna try a little bit. You can taste the salt. It actually tastes really good. It's a little bit on the more greasier side, but it actually tastes really good. And I can taste the almond butter in there too. Yeah, I actually really like this. It has more flavor for sure. I think it has more like buttery tasting than the crunchy ones for sure. This one is kind of like creamy butter, but it has a little bit of the nuts, like the things in there. So I think it actually tastes good. I can taste the sea salt for sure. And I think this one would be good for like your milkshake or on top of the acai bowl that we bought. We have to try this one. I wanted to try this one so bad, but I know it's not healthy. So these are strawberry shortcake sandwich cookies. I really wanted to try it, so I'm just gonna open this. 9 grams of added sugar. Oh, look at this. So it has 1, 2, I think there's 6 sandwich cookies. Actually, this is what it looks like. Wow, look at that strawberry filling. Actually, it looks really good. So we're gonna take this out. This is what it looks like. Look at this strawberry filling. Oh, let me just take one bite and give the rest to my husband. It's super sweet and buttery. If you like strawberry cookies, this is the one for you, but it's definitely more sweet than Oreos and other things. I would say it's way more sweet than those, but it actually tastes really good. Look at this. Wow. So I would say this item I would recommend. It's not healthy though. Like, if you want to eat healthy, don't get this item. But I think this is one of the things that it's very hard to overeat. You know, sometimes you could overeat Oreos because they're really sweet, but they're not that sweet, so it's hard to stop after one cookie. This one, I think one cookie is considered like a dessert. I probably won't eat too many because the fillings are really sweet, but I do really like the cookie part because it's very nice and buttery. So I do really enjoy this. Okay, what do you think of the strawberry shortcake cookies?
Too sweet.
Too sweet, right?
Oh, I like them, but they're too
I like
sweet.
the cookie. I just feel like the fillings are too sweet. They're too
Oh,
sweet.
because it's a butter cookie. No.
It's a butter cookie.
I'd rather have a soft, chewy.
I like it.
Shortbread.
I like the cookie. I just feel like the fillings are too sweet.
It's good though.
It's good. It's definitely sweeter than I would prefer to be, but like I understand that's a part of the strawberry filling. This is a healthy item that you could get from Trader Joe's. This is a Trader Joe's low-fat kefir, cultured low-fat milk. So it has vitamin A, vitamin B. I used to get a strawberry flavor, and one of you guys actually recommended me to get the plain ones, and you can mix it with real strawberries or strawberry powder from Amazon. I'll link those down below. So the reason why I like the plain ones is that the plain ones are actually unsweetened, and it says it contains 12 live and active cultures, which is probably good for my digestive system. And if you look at the nutrition facts, there is absolutely no added sugar. And to be honest, I don't think it's too sour, because people may think like, is it gonna be like too sour for me when there's no sugar? I actually think it actually tastes pretty darn good. If you wanted to sweeten it a little bit, of course you can put monk fruit syrup, you can put real strawberries, you can make like the kefir, like you can mix it with other flavorings, your own natural flavors. But like, I started to drink it on its own. It tastes pretty darn good, especially after I eat like a heavy meal. I like to eat this both as dessert but also as a refreshment. So I like this. It helps me with my digestive system. Chicken piccata. This one is so good. It tasted really good, and it contains extra virgin olive oil, which is also really good. I don't see any flavorings of this. There's no added sugar. It does contain quite a bit of fat and cholesterol, which could be problematic to some people. And it does contain soybean oil, which could be inflammatory. So it's not like as healthy as I want it to be, but it tastes good and it's really convenient. The only thing I would recommend, in one of my hauls I actually inserted a clip taste testing and cooking this item. So what about this item is you have to be careful with the sauce. The instructions in terms of how to make the sauce is actually not very accurate. So don't put as much water as the instruction. So if the instruction told you a cup of water or something, just put less of the water basically, because the sauce itself is already very watery. If you put extra water like the instruction, it's not gonna be as good. It tastes really good and it goes really well with salad, especially arugula salad or the lemongrass salad, like something like citrusy, vinaigrette, like it tastes really good. And we got those two items. So we got the organic dried cranberries, no sugar added, and Trader Joe's unsweetened, unsulfured dried Bing cherries. So those are dried fruit. The difference between the two is that the dried cranberries has 21 grams of fiber. So this one is a great source of fiber. And there is 2 grams of sugar from the natural fruit and no added sugar. So this one tastes extra sour, but it's really good for baking and it's really good for snacking as well to add that citrusy flavor. This one is cherry, and they have 2 versions of this. The first one is the sweetened ones and this one is unsweetened ones. Even though there's no added sugar, there's 17 grams of sugar and not as much of fiber. But cherries themselves are actually more sweet. They have more sugar on their own. So that pretty much explains why there's like more sugar in this pretty much. So it depends. Like this is really good for like cooking and baking as well, because you know it has a ton of sugar in there and you can put it in your cake or whatever just to sweeten them, and it's a natural source of sugar. But just be careful. You can overeat this without any problems because you know there's not a lot of sugar, there's a lot of fiber, so you won't be like having like problems with blood sugar and stuff. You cannot overeat this because it contains a ton of sugar, even without the sugar added. So that's the difference between the two. This is more sweet, this is more sour, but I like to snack on both, or you can, if you like to bake, those are really good for baking too. Is that we actually bought 1, 2, and the 5 right there in front of me because they didn't fit the bag, and the guy just gave us those instead of wasting bags. So those are for my cat, and this is from the brand Bench and Filled, and this is their holistic, natural with added vitamins and minerals feline chicken meal formula. So if you watch my channel, you know I have a cat, and we love our cat a lot. He was a stray cat, and now he's a domestic cat. Well, he was domesticated, but he was definitely not as nice as now. He's like completely indoor cat. So our cat Simba really likes this food. You know what's also crazy? We bought this food because it has a ginger cat on the top, and our cat is a ginger cat. So somehow I just felt like, oh, maybe Simba will like this food because it has a ginger cat on top. That just means like it's more relatable to Simba. But today when we went to Trader Joe's to just repurchase the food that Simba liked, we saw a sign at Trader Joe's that they are discontinuing a lot of the cat and dog food that they have. I almost cried because Simba loves this food. We tried everything. Like, we tried like expensive food from Whole Foods. We tried like other food from pet store. We tried expensive treats. We tried everything. Simba just loves this food. Don't get me wrong, like Simba will still eat like other brands' food, but Simba won't eat a lot of them. He will only eat when he's absolutely hungry, and he would just stop eating once he's full. So we used to put like a whole bowl of food, and Simba would just only eat when he's hungry. Until we switch up to this food, Simba just loves it, and you can tell from his facial expressions that he really loves this food. So I'm really sad that Trader Joe's is discontinuing a lot of the food. I think we saw the sign underneath this food, so we assume that this will be discontinued too. So if you know where to purchase these, if you also buy cat or dog food from Trader Joe's, please comment down below. We would love to get your recommendations where we can repurchase these again. So that's why I bought 5 bags. You know, there is an expiration date next year, so I think it will be good for the next, we are good for the next 5 months. But I'm just really sad, and we definitely want to continue buying this food because Simba just loves it. Also, like one of my subscribers, thank you so much for the recommendation. They also have the Green Goddess Gouda cheese that I actually wanted to buy today, but then I felt like there's so much food in our fridge, so I actually didn't buy the cheese just in case, because Brandon had a kidney stone, so we're trying to eat less dairy or calcium rich foods right now for him. But like, just letting you know, according to one of you guys, the Green Goddess Gouda is also seasonal, so if that's your favorite food, also like it's time to go. And one of their ube mochi is back. This is the item, the ube mochi. This one is so good. We actually made a dedicated video reviewing this item below as well. It's so good. It kind of just tastes like the mochi donut without the frying part. So get this one. You can use pancake, or you can use it to make waffles or pancake. We made pancake, so highly recommend this since we still have half of a box, so we didn't buy it again. But just letting you know, those taste good. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what your recommendations are. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.